Attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello guys, I hope you guys can hear me. Could someone of you let us know that you can hear us well? Just so we know that we are not speaking into the stratosphere only, and also have some listeners that can hear what we are saying. If I just take a quick check with Kenny here also. Kenny, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you absolutely, and it seems everybody is hearing. A lot of people is saying all is perfect. So super.
Great. Brilliant. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an amazing week, and once again, we are sitting at the starting of the week. We have a Monday. As all of you know, in this webinar, Mondays are paydays for us, and we like them very much. Also, for a second reason, we like Mondays. We have the opportunity to start a new week. We've been working full week from last week, you know, of course, before also. But as you all remember for sure, last week's Monday was a very, very important day for all of us, welcoming Mr. Juha Parhiala back into the business. And like he said, he never left, but he was, of course, having some issues with his health and so on. And we are very, very, very happy to have him back now again in full steam. It was for me also a very important point in time, because as we had also not only Juha there, but also Per Karlsson and Kenny Nordlund. And this is very interesting team now gathering here. And last week I had the opportunity to have Juha sitting with me in the webinar. And this was, of course, very important for me to have him sitting with me in the webinar. Not only for having that, but having him back, you know, basically full steam and so on. And this week, Juha is actually not here. He's in Dubai. And this is the reason also why we don't have a webcam on right now, because the connection to Dubai is pretty bad. So we hope that you can hear us very well. And then it continues also that way now when I hand over soon to Kenny Nordlund and Juha Parhiala. Juha has a very long history also with Kenny. So this I would like Juha a little bit to brief about, also a little bit about the history and what we are doing right now and what we are planning the next, not only this week now until the next Monday, because every week and every day and every second in network marketing, and especially in OneLife now, the last race until we are going out to the public, so to say, is of course extremely important. And as I said, every week also and so on. But let Juha and Kenny brief us a little bit about what we can expect from the next week, the next month, the next quarter, and so on, and what you and me should do in order to catch the moment in the best way possible. So let me welcome online Kenny Nordlund and Mr. Juha Parhiala.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Staffan, for the words you say about everything what we did from last Monday till today. Yes, I'm sitting here with Kenny Nordlund, and as many of you know, that me and Kenny, we go back in years. I will tell just a little bit brief of that. Actually, when I started in network marketing, Kenny's father was my mentor for nearly 13 years. He was one of the greatest guys I ever met with a big heart, and he learned me one thing. If you don't teach the people on the right way, you're going to lose them. And this is very important in network marketing. The other thing what is important in network marketing, that you always will keep your friendship with people you love. And thank you, Kenny, for all these years. This has been nearly 18 years of friendship, and we work together, and we don't work together. Today we work together again.
Absolutely. Thank you, Juha.
But the first thing I want to tell from the webinar was happened from the last week till today. It's amazing. The response has been amazing. I checked the numbers and I was really wow about the numbers. Our webinar was totally filled up. But the other thing was that one of the only black diamond in the world, Kun Phon from Thailand, her video was on the live nearly 17,000 times. That means that it was over 21,000 people who actually was on that webinar or have seen the video after that. What is important with network marketing? Okay, I coming from the old school. I am learn and teach from the people who say that network marketing is about to helping people. And this is very, very important for people to understand. We are coming to the point now in OneLife and in OneCoin that we are now to go to the last level of our business. Not our real business, because the business after we go public with the coin and we go public also with the OFC, the network will go on. So it's not going to stop. They think that one of our products will go to the market. There will come, as Rusha say, more products. And we are very, very excited to wait and see what those products will be. The thing is now that we need to really talk with our leaders. We need to be honest to our leaders, and we need to help our leaders. We need to learn we need to understand what they're thinking. I see today, and I got so much messages from people that say, oh, this person starting with this one, and this person starting with this one. And now this person is sending out this one to my leaders. So this is very, very thing. I think you have to understand. These people who are leaving the company, going to another company, if you look at the history of these people, they have done that many times before. I was in the OneCoin from the day number one. I was together with Dr. Rusha and Mr. Sebastian, the guys who are actually starting this momentum with the cryptocurrency. And today we are on the way to building the biggest digital coin and cryptocurrency in the world. I still in the company. I don't look left side and I don't look right side. I have never done. I have never been even interested in another company. As I say, and it's my update on Facebook, and this is my last project. And whatever it takes, I will be one of the guys who are going to do anything in my power to help Dr. Rusha to take this company all the way. And I know I have people around me as Mr. Kenny Nordlund, Black Diamond. I have Mr. Staffan Liback as a Black Diamond. I have Per Carlson as a Black Crown Diamond. And also, of course, we have our master distributor who actually back us up also. So we are a very, very big team. All the other leaders in many, many countries, we have Thailand, Khun Phon, and I'm very happy. I saw the numbers today. Thailand reached 70,000 members. And that's really a milestone, because everybody say, oh, it's not working in Thailand. It's not working in Vietnam. People leaving here and people leaving there. No, they don't. People coming to our business. The people who are leaving, they think that the grass is greener on the other side. And believe me, these people will leave to another company because they will not succeed in this company, what they're doing now, they could do the next opportunity. But the people today who actually stay in the OneLife as a network, believing in Dr. Rusha's vision, and believe me and trust me, Kenny, Mr. Liback, and Mr. Per Carlson, and all of us, we will stand behind you. We will do anything in our power to help you to build your network. And I get some key points from our legal department. And this is very interesting to understand. I get people who say, oh, this person and this person or company is this and company doing that, and this is what they say. Trust me, we have a very strong legal department. People sending me information, what's happened for 2 years ago, 1 year ago, this is old news. If the people believe the bloggers, so Google some other companies, Google Herbalife, wow, Google Amway, wow. These companies has been on the market decades, and they're still on the market. Why people always talking bad about network marketing? Network marketing is not, they say, a real business. But network marketing, everything in this world is network marketing. You are a seller of houses. You need a network of people who one day going to buy one of these houses. Or you're buying cars. Or you have a shop with a whatever. You have a restaurant. Everything's about network marketing. Because if you don't people and you open a restaurant, you never succeed. Is that a scam? No, this is the real life. So what we're doing now, me and Kenny has worked for the last days, is to put together a system. And the system is that we recommend every leader to talk with the 5 leaders you have and duplicate this down. This is very important. What is the system about? It's about now we're doing a webinar, and we're going to do this webinar every Monday. And I talk with Mr. Per Carlson, and he gets some information from the company, and next Monday we're going to share the information and the updates what company will give us. We will give you the company update. Believe me, Facebook will never give you the updates. If it's not on our news sites, on our back office, has nothing to do with the OneCon. Because I never believe that Dr. Rusha will send an information to a guy in Ghana who's sending that information to a guy in Finland who's sending that information to someone in Germany, and then it's true. And we don't know about this information. The thing is that we need really to build the relationship with our leader. So what I want everyone who is on this webinar today, after this webinar, sit down, take a paper and a pen, and you put down the 5 people in your downline who you really want to work with. Put this together and starting to work with them. Take a meeting with these 5 people and say, please, what is your goal? We have 1 year to go with this product. Are you interested to building your future with this product? So let me help you. So when this leader or all you leaders who is in this call, doing this with 5 leaders, and all of you connected up to us, and we can tell you, okay, what you need help. We can do webinars, we can do live broadcast, we can do live videos, we can do small conference calls, and we can do big conference calls. The thing is that to expand now our business, we need to starting the tools, what they call the internet. We need to starting to use the tool, what's called the media, the social media. The people who are talking bad about OneCoin, you can directly send them to the legal department and the press. That is the easiest way to handle that. We are, as you, independent people, and we are not a company, but we do everything to help you. Now we're planning, and my first big event will be the 1st of July in Singapore. It's going to be very exciting to go to Singapore. It's going to be the biggest event ever in Singapore. After that, today talking with the top leaders in Malaysia, the next event will be in Kuala Lumpur. The days for these events will come up. After Kuala Lumpur, I talked yesterday with Mr. Fernando, of the manager of the Hong Kong office, that we're also going to have 2 events in Indonesia. We're going to do one in Jakarta, and we're going to do one in Bali. Mr. Fernando are looking for the dates. After that, I will go to Vietnam to the new Crown Diamond, Mr. Simon Lee, and we're going to do 2 events, one in Ho Chi Minh and also one in Hanoi. I will also do some events on the side. Mr. Mark, one of the big leaders in Japan, we're now looking at when we can do a big event in Osaka, and that will happen on August. But the big thing will be then also in the end of August, we're planning now to do a very big event in Cambodia. We're going to do a leader mastermind event, and that's going to be the first day that the people who is blue diamond, black diamonds, and above will be there. And then next day we're going to do an amazing event, and we calculated between 5,000 to 7,000 people. And there's going to be the top leaders on the stage. So one thing you need to do now, put the paper, pen, and put down the 5 names of the leaders you want to work with. Also look where our top leaders are. You can see today there's webinars from many different places in the world. I also want to thank the people who are doing these meetings. Mr. Igor, together with his wife, the big event they're doing now in Athens this weekend. It's amazing. Thank you, Igor, for everything you're doing. Mr. Udo Depic, he running around from event to event. He's doing an amazing job. This guy is a machine. This guy is a machine. I thank you, Udon. I will soon be on the stage with you. And there is also the Jose Gordo. Every of these people doing an amazing job. I also want to see. I look at the event, what they did now with the shake, the deal shaker in Bucharest for 3 days, and I also see that the top leaders was there. Also, Mr. Kari Valrus did an amazing job there. I see that, and all these leaders, we need to connect and be together, and we can only be strong if we are connected. We cannot go left or we cannot go right. We need to take the decision on what way we're going to go. And today is the day, as Mr. Liback said, of course, it's Monday, it's payday, it's the new week, but also today is the day when you make the decision that today, I mean, I do 100% and finish this. Please, whatever you're going to take a decision, yes or no, you will always be my friends. I will never ever talk bad about no person in the world. But if you decided to go our way together with the strongest team ever, Mr. Kenny Nordlund, Mr. Per Carlson, and Mr. Staffan Liback, and also all the core leaders around it, Mr. Jose Gordo, Mr. Udo Depic, Mr. Igor, every one of you, you are so important in this stage. And if we together going on the right way now, this company will do everything, because Rusha said to me, whatever it's going to take, I will take this company all the way. And that is the word I believe. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you, Juha. It's amazing. It's of course sitting listening to you here, and we spent a couple of days together here, talking, of course, about past and memories and a lot of things. But mostly, we've been talking about things looking forward. I mean, looking at what's happening with OneLife on a global basis. Obviously, with a lot of the leaders, Juha has talked about tremendous job, but also there's so many leaders in this company. I don't think there's ever been a company with so much talent, leadership in the same company as in OneLife. And the stage the company is, we're talking about a year away from Dr. Rusha's statement of the coin going public, the OneCoin. And obviously, we're sitting in an opportunity of teaching people, educating people how they can become a miner and mine their OneCoins, of course. And with the deal shaker, just to name the deal shaker, which is a very important step in the company, it's just awesome to see all the stories, all the different things of people purchasing things through these deal shaker. Every type of different things they're buying and paying with their coins. This is just a part of the system, the step to taking the coin public. Now looking at things forward, being a global company with the growth in so many different countries, using the technology of webinars is something that we will be very, very focused on. Meaning, when we are pushing this webinar, as we're talking about, we're doing it next Monday again. And if you look at a webinar like this, like Juha said a little bit a few minutes ago, is 21,000 saw the webinar last week. And unfortunately, some problem with internet where we are right now, but so we can't have web camera on. But next week we will be doing the biggest webinar so far, meaning our third one. But this is something we'll be keep on doing once a week, and we will also do a special monthly webinar that is in the plan, like an event webinar that people can be using to grow their team and business. And everything will be focused on moving forward, but also not only that, all the different meetings, live meetings around will be growing around it like a total system. And this is what it's all about. And of course, people helping each other. And it's just amazing to see all the the different people, what they've done in this company for 1 year, some people that's been in the company for a year, some people that's been in the company for 2 years, and some that's getting close to 3 years, basically been one of the absolute pioneers. But if you look, and I want to add on to what Juha said, you look at the companies like Amway. Amway's a multi-billion-dollar company. They're on the stock exchange. They've been around for over 50 years. And still, when you Google Amway, they still have issues. They still have legal issues. Because when you're global, every country have different rules. There's always be those different challenges. But they're a more than 50-year-old company. This company is just about to hit 3 years old. And you know what's interesting, and I think some of you will be, thinking, what is this guy talking about? But if you look at OneLife being 3 years old, the network, and you look at statistics from these giant companies that's been around for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, there is something pretty interesting that the top earners today of those companies, they joined the company, and I'm sorry to say this, Juha, but they joined the company when the company, it was between 3 to 5 years. And that means that statistically, the top earner in OneLife 5 years from now will start this company the next 2 coming years. If you look at statistics in the network marketing. Now, when you look at the top income earners, not only in the world of MLM, but of course in OneLife, you wonder, is that even possible? But this is what's so amazing with this opportunity is, the creation of the cryptocurrency, the OneCoin, and that one going public. That's such a step for the network, OneLife. So the time is extremely exciting, even though with all growth, all stuff. And I take this story as the founder of Starbucks. This is pretty interesting. He was turned down by the bank 217 times for a loan to open up the first Starbucks, because the bank did not believe people would pay that much money for a cup of coffee. Now, I think most of you have seen a Starbucks. Most of you have been in and maybe buying an expensive coffee at Starbucks. So there's always challenges with everything that you create something amazing with. And the same with a company like OneLife and of course OneCoin. There is challenges. There will be more challenges, and it's all about walking forward and moving forward. Of course, with all that. So I'm extremely excited to be here, sitting with Juha, of course, and spending a few more days. Also, of course, also with Per Karlsson. Looking forward to meet you, Staffan, as soon as possible again, and so on. And it's exciting times in general. Or what do you say, Staffan?
Oh yes, oh yes. I hope that the recording will work, because I couldn't hear a lot in between, but usually the recording might be fine anyhow. It was nice to listen to what I heard about Starbucks and also about the future, and especially I liked one thing that you said, Kenny, that had to do with when the top earners start, because I don't think that people really realize how young this company is. I mean, it's also for me, I'm a little bit more than 2 years in the company, and this is just scratching on the surface. We have a company that's been operable less than 3 years, and this is amazing, the numbers we've been doing and so on. But I want to point out this, how right you are with when you should join a company. That is now. In my opinion, also, that is now. Now we are proven. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at the cryptocurrency market in general, what has been happening the last years. And then, and then take a look at what is done so far in this short time, but also what we'll be able to do in the next year, in the next 2 years, in the next 3 years. Ladies and gentlemen, it will not become more difficult. I know that in our team and in my team and in Juha's team, Kenny's team, of course, everybody is. I mean, we have Morocco people, we have people from all over Europe working extremely hard, and that has absolutely not only understood this opportunity, but also grasped the opportunity. There is a huge difference between believing that you understand something and to really grasp it and start taking action. What would you say, Kenny, about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree. Totally agree.
And this is I want to name one more thing because I really like this. You know, I see Juha as a great mentor for me. Foremost, one of the absolutely best human beings that I know and a great friend of mine, but also as a great leader and a mentor in the business and so on. And he also always talks about monkey see, monkey do. And this is something that is so true in network marketing. It is so true in life, but it is also so true in network marketing. And sometimes I'm laughing because I'm also coming from the hard school. I had a very fast upswing in the year of 2000 when I started with network marketing, and then everything came crashing down. So I basically went hero, up to hero and then back to zero. And I could have blamed the industry, but I was smart enough to understand that it was not the industry that was the problem. It was not the company that was the problem. So many people, when they get this downswing that most people has to get in any kind of career that they are involved in order to really get the business to lift off. If you have thinking about it, you that are on the call, how many millionaires, billionaires, or whatever it is, so successful people in general has become successful the first time they try? It is not about becoming successful the first time you try. It is about when you get knocked down, getting up, brushing up the dust, and get going again. And this is the difference between the people that succeed. And going back to my time when I started in network marketing in year 2000, it went really fast up and then everything crashed. I lost all of my incomes, my earnings, and like I said, it would have been very easy to blame the company, blame the industry in general, but I understood that there were people in the company, in the industry that were making a very successful living out of it. Unfortunately, when I speak about myself, most of the times when I am not succeeding, I can find the answer in the mirror. And I remember very well the day when I looked in the mirror and I thought, man, can I tell myself that I did everything in order for me to succeed? No, I couldn't. And it was because of one single thing. I didn't do what it took to become successful. In the beginning, I did it, because I was so excited. I did so many meetings a day, the first months, and the business just took off. The problem with me back then was that I didn't understand the fundamentals of the business, the mathematics behind the business. And this is my reason today for loving this business, mathematics, because this is the most fair business in the world. It rewards the person that actually moves his or her ass, pardon my French. So back then I understood this, that what is it really that it takes? It's leadership. And I know that Juha and Kenny is speaking a lot about leadership. And this is, what is then leadership? Because back then when I was sitting in the chair, I was listening to the successful people and so on, I was thinking, they speak a lot about the leadership, but I didn't really understand what the leadership was all about. I thought that it was for somebody else. So I was always speaking about that, oh, this is the leadership, in my organization, and above is not what I want it to be, and so on. But ladies and gentlemen, what I figured out, the leadership starts with who? It starts with you. So with myself, the man in the mirror, the woman in the mirror I'm staring at, if I want to have leadership, it starts with me. And it goes to this, back to the most important thing with this webinar that I heard, the 5 people. Find the people in my organization that are willing to work together with me, that are striving towards the goals that I myself have. And not only that, also by me then looking up above me to find a mentor that can mentor me, that can coach me in the right direction and tell me when I'm doing wrong. Not only, tap me on the back when I'm doing right, but also knock me in the face a little bit when I'm doing wrong, because I need somebody to tell me, hey, Staffan, maybe this is not what you should be doing. Maybe you should change it a little bit to get a better result and so on. So now, ladies and gentlemen, what can we do together before next Monday? What can we do together before, the weekly, events, or the weekly events, the monthly events, the live events coming and so on. This is something that I want you to put down on a paper, your 5 people you want to work with, and then speak with your sponsor, the mentor, about how should I do now to get my goal for the next week, to get my goal for the next month, and so on. This is all I have to say from today. And for me, it was very interesting webinar, especially listening to Juha and Kenny about the stories and how they see the business to be. And this is one thing I learned: don't take advices from people that are less successful than you. So for me, it's very easy to take an advice from Juha and also Kenny. So that's all from me. Kenny, do you have something to wrap up with, or do we end this webinar like this for today?
I think we let, of course, Juha to say his final thing to end off this webinar. Fantastic webinar. Thank you, Staffan.
Yeah, I listen to you, Liback, and always you're an amazing guy. You're an inspiration, and I just smiling when you're talking because, wow, you are so much energy every time I met you, and the same with you, Kenny. But the thing is now, I want to end this with because on a very good way, so you understand where we're really going to go. So I know that we in the next coming weeks will have some new, very, very good promotions. We also are really selling out the last power packs. The week will come and it will end this week. The other thing is that I have seen the numbers from the last week until this week, what has been now, we're really nearly starting to double the numbers again. That means that people are really starting to work. The other thing what really you have to think about now is that when we're starting our what we call the monthly event webinar, and this is very important, all of you leaders can do. We will give you the date, and it's going to be the same date every month to the day we go public. You can put a room full of people, and you will have the best inspiration event because you just invite them, you do your thing, and then you connect us. We will always have top leaders every month who are going to enjoy us and talk about the business, the application, and everything like that. Because this is now important. If you want to grow the business, we have to do exactly what we think to do. Monkey see, monkey do. Believe me, we do this for you. We believe in you. The 5 leaders you're going to work with, and when we're starting the first webinar, what we call the live event webinar. Be there, fill up your rooms, and we're going to find exactly the good time for all the time zones so people can prepare. In Sweden, in Finland, in Romania, in Italy, in Africa, in Asia. So you can have 50 people, 20 people, 100 people, and you just plug in, and we will do the event for you. We will grow your business to you. And to the next webinar, I will try to have a very special guest with me. A young guy, because the question is always, what about the blockchains? What is the blockchains? What is the cryptocurrency? The thing is that 95% of people don't really understand nothing. I have in my organization, and I have really become a very close friend to me over the last years. He's only 23 years old and he's from Finland. And this guy has been really teach me about what everything is about blockchain and everything like that. I will really do everything to try to have Mr. Alexei from Finland on a next event. Why? Because this guy, he reading everything about cryptocurrency, everything about blockchain. This guy is on the way to be the next rock star in our industry. And this guy we need to listen to because he can explain the blockchain. He can explain where we are going to go with our coins. What I used to say in the people's word. The word of what people understand. Not in the terms of a banker, of an expert on cryptocurrency. No, he's an expert on our level. When I'm starting with OneCoin, I have heard about Bitcoin. I'm not expert on Bitcoin. I'm an expert to build network. So I working with people always who is better than me. My goal has always been to find people who is better than me and support them. I can only support with my inspiration, not my knowledge about cryptocurrency. And Alex is one of the people I can inspire about my energy, and he will give us the knowledge about the cryptocurrency. There's hundreds of these kinds of people. And we will have other guests. We will talking about, we will try to get Mr. Pierre, the new CEO, to have on the call one time. We're also going to have Dr. Rusha on the call one time, because this is very important for us to give you the confidence to the last level of this business. With this, I will end. I say thank you so much for your attending this meeting, and I will talk again next Monday. We will do some updates. We're waiting for something from the company, what we can really present. And we can say, this is what company saying we can do. And this is, but to that day, we will focus to build our business. Have a nice evening. Have a nice day. Have a nice morning from Dubai. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Staffan.
Thank you, guys. Good night.
Good night.